What up, YouTube? This is Mr. Willis, and this is Waking Up with Mr. Willis. First off, I want to thank the Most High for keeping me, blessing me, and walking with me, protecting me too. Because without Him, I wouldn't be able to fall down and get back up. And I mean, probably 7 to 8 times fall down and get back up. You know what I mean? There's always obstacles in my way. There's always haters and always liars, deceivers, and a lot of people come to steal, kill, and destroy. Not thank him for keeping me out of that. You know what I mean? I mean family, women, friendships. I mean they these demonic people come from all which ways, and they come from all walks of life. White, black, Mexican, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And I want to talk about this place we live in. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about this place as in Earth. And what I realized about this place is one big prison. One big prison. I really realized that. And most of the majority of these people within this place, NPC people, soulless people, heartless people, they all are prison guards. That's basically what it is. One big prison, and majority of these people are prison guards. Keep you locked in, to keep you locked down, to keep you uh disconnected with the Most High, deceive you, lie, betray you. I mean, whatever they gotta do to keep you from keep that connection with the Most High, and they willing to do it, you know. And I think for the last 20 years, I've been on this journey, really alone, searching and seeking internally. You know what I mean? And within these 20 years, I can say I had three encounters with the Most High, where He showed me He dwells within. You know, and He always speaking, and I'm always like, that's why I love being by myself because I can speak to Him. But it's been three times where He showed up and showed me that He's in it there, that He dwells within me. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But one thing I know the people know by now that I have that light. They know if you have that light, you know, because several times I've been in several situations where random people see things and want to come tell you what they see and how your energy you know it. All I know is by this time in 2026, you know if the Most High is with you, and you know if He's for you. You know what I mean? And He chooses strongest soldiers for the strongest battles. You know what I mean? And if anybody know, I've been battling. If anybody know and see me walk, see me go through the fire, because a lot of people put me in a fire. A lot of people you know. I mean, from trying to poison in my food, from trying to poison. I don't smoke no more, but like tainting your weed, spiking your weed, whatever the case may be, putting stuff in your water. I mean, these people didn't try it all. You know what I mean? These prison guards, they didn't try it all. You know, and I reached to a point in my life where I'm super fed up. I'm super tired of it. You know what I mean? And a lot of things I just didn't want to call people out on, but I feel they need to be exposed. You know, and it was like one thing was just the final thing was something recent, and I was just like, you know, you try to accept people in, be friendly with people, you know, and you be thinking, oh, this person is a cool person, or this person, and then it turn out this person is a prison guard. Just on your coattail to get some information. They're here to watch you because most of these people are watchers too. They love to watch you and see what you're about, you know. And probably the last few women I done been with, probably like they were just watchers, like they were sons just to watch. And that's weird. Like dating this one girl. We was together for a little while. We had a place and everything, but I would notice like I'll be sitting on my like in our apartment. She's watching TV, doing whatever. I'm sitting over somewhere and doing what I'm doing, and it looked like she's looking at the TV. But when I just focus in and look, and you could see like I would see just the corner of her eye. Her eyeballs are just right there looking out the side. Her face straight to the TV, but her eyeballs are just always in the corner of it. I wouldn't even be really doing a part playing my video game. Probably, making a video or something, but they just watch you. And it was weird, like I would notice like the fuck. And people everywhere I go, I pay attention to people's eyes and their movements. My discernment is on 1,000. My wisdom is on 1,000. Like I see, and I thank the Most High for that, for the discernment, for my wisdom, for the knowledge for the things I know, the things I see. Like I can feel things. I know things I shouldn't know. I hear things I shouldn't hear, but I know. And he speaks to me and he say, "Did you see that?" And I'll be like, "Yes." I don't even have to open my mouth. I just hear it in my. Did you see that? I'll be like, "Yeah, I see it." Did you hear that? I'll be like, "Yeah, I heard that." You know. And I want to address thing too, where people is really demonic and they really carrying bad spirits. I mean, Nephilim spirits. I mean, demonic spirits, demon spirit. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this story. True story. True story. I raise my hand to the Most High right now on this story. Uh, my she's my cousin, but she was really like my auntie, who basically, was my older cousin, but it was like she's my auntie type of, and she really helped raise me and my brother when we was young. We stayed with her and everything. But I've been separated from these people for about my family for about 20 years because, oh, excuse me. Let me get some water. I kind of get choked up trying to get these messages out. But I gotta do it and it gotta be raw. Excuse me. But okay, let me get back. So she's like my auntie figure. I respect her like she's my auntie type of figure. I always give my family people respect like that. But like I said, I've been separated for about 20 years from these people. And I probably separated 2005, maybe six from them because every which way things was coming where people was trying to poison me. I mean, family members putting stuff in my food, my drink, but God gave me discernment, and I was just vision things, see things, and I wouldn't eat it. You know what I mean? When things would come my way, and it was just prepared for me, and it was just that was the weirdest thing. So that's what really made me separate from my people because it was just coming all which ways. So I separated in like 2005, and then I had seen her maybe 2011 or something like that. I think I was maybe getting off work. I don't know where I was going to come from. That's besides the point. But I was at the bus stop, and I was in a cut, just posting, waiting on the bus to come. I guess she was getting off work. She was commuting from one bus to another bus. And I seen her walking across the street, and I was like, I glanced up, and oh, that's my auntie. But I put my auntie, whatever. But I put my head down for a second, and then when I looked up, I realized she noticed me before I noticed her. So when I looked, so when I first noticed her, I kind of seemed like like a mean face. So I kind of, like try to put my head down so she didn't see me. And when I glanced to look up, I swear to God, this is what I seen. I seen at least a 8 foot. This is what I seen. It had to be 8 foot, and it was crouched down. It was like a 8 foot I don't want to call it a gargoyle. I don't know what it was, but it was something I seen in like Harry Potter maybe movies, or I seen in a Ring movie. But this thing like was bent over and it had a brown cloak on. Like it was bent over and had this brown cloak on. And it was bent like her. She's about five. She about my height. No, I'm about 5'7". She was about 5'6". And she kind of got some weight on. She was about 5'6". And this thing was crouched down to fit like her size. It was crouched down. I could tell it was real tall, but it was like humped over. It was a humped over with a brown cloak on, and it was like it was. I seen straight in the spiritual world when I looked at her, and it was like crouched over with this deformed looking face, and it was like some straight out of Harry Potter, but it was like a spirit. I seen it over her, and it was walking in her like, and it was crouched down to fit in her body type thing. Like that's what I seen. It was like a brown cloak though, all the way to the floor, and it was like I don't know if it had like a staff or something, but it was in her, and she had this. Her face was like contorted or something. Like, when I looked up like what the fuck, and I put my head down, and God said, "Did you see that?" And He said it to me. He said it to me like, "Did you see that?" And I said, "Yes." And then like I looked back up, it was her walking, and it was like I didn't see that in the spiritual world no more. I just seen her coming across the street towards me, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" Like I seen it on her, like I seen it in the spiritual world, and it's like a 8 foot being controlling her, like some type of deformed looking. I seen this. I seen this thing on Harry Potter. I seen it before. Like I seen it like, and it had this weird looking nose, and it was like crouched down, like trying to fit within a 5'6" person. And this thing had to be 8 feet, but it was like crouched down, like walking, like while she walking, this in her walking. Hand to God, hand to God. That's what I see, And I bit like, and I could see in this spiritual world. I could see within people and know if they had. I could see it. What kind of demon in it? And I seen it on other people where this gesture type of thing I seen on in this guy, like the Jack, the not the, what's the Joker type of gesture. Like I seen that within her. You know, and and it lets me know why these people are the prison guards. So if I could see that within her, what they could see on me, what they could see in me, and why they wanted to treat me like that, why they wanted to destroy me, destroy my name, put stuff in my food. You know what I mean? And her mother, back in the day, right before I had like just bounced from separate myself, right before I separate myself, her mother had told me one day, came, knocked on my door when I was staying with my uncle. Like I said, in 2005, six, around that time, I was staying with my uncle, and she came, knocked on my door, and she told me, "It's something special about you. You're not sick, and you're not in the hospital. Something very special about you." Because the whole time she was trying to poison me, and I was just missing I was just missing all this stuff. Like, God was protecting me. He was just like, "Don't eat that. Don't do that. Don't do." I mean, that's how he talked to me. "Did you see that?" "Yes, Father." "Don't eat that." And then don't walk there. Don't go out the door. Don't go here. Don't just like that. And I could hear it in my soul, in my brain, in my mind, clear as day. "Did you see that? Do that. Do this. Read that. Don't do that." Like it'll make me want to cry when I think about that stuff, man. So I'm just letting everyone know, like, this world is a prison. And majority of these people are prison guards. So you gotta you gotta learn how to maneuver and listen to your intuition, listen to the Most High, pray, fast. You know what I mean? And you gotta give up. This is 2026. You gotta give up all these devices. Anything that will hinder you and hold you back, you have to give it up. You know, because we at war. Like I really just realized that that's what made me stop smoking weed because the last person I was just kicking it with, trying to defriend or be friends and create things with this person the whole time was trying to spike my weed. And when the situation like presented itself, I ain't gonna say when I caught him, but the discernment showed me, okay, this is what it is. Like I don't want to have to, they put you in these bad situations where they want you to do something and your life is over. You go into jail, you this, you that, and the third. Then you got to try to prove this was happening to you. When you could just cut these people off and move on. You know what I mean? So I just cut them off, like cut up the weed off. When people, oh no, don't smoke. So I don't need you trying to think, oh, that's the way to get in. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. So I don't do drugs. You know what I mean? Because I devote everything to the Most High. Because this world and took everything from me. I mean, my children. I mean, I had women could have been a good wife, but but the world and took that too. Like with all the lies and deceit, and the women would think the grass is greener on the other side and think they could come back later. Like once you betrayed me, once you turned your back on me, that's is what it is, and that's what it's gonna stand. It would be no never coming back, friend, foe, or otherwise. It would be no never. It would be no coming back, cause I'm on that. I'm really mean. I'm on that. Now, I ain't trying to hurt nobody, but I'm on that. You know. Um. Yeah, this me just ranting, man, letting y'all know that this world is a prison. Why you think the firmament is up there? All these people is working. They're all are prison guards. You got few and far between good-hearted, real people. Few and far between. You know what I mean? You could look. You could turn on the news and see where we at. You could go outside and see where we at. I like going outdoors, but I don't be outside. It's a difference. Read your Bible, it lets you know. I'm outdoors all the time, but I'm not outside. Get what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is me making a ranting about some BS, ranting about things that it's true. And I don't need you to believe me because if you're an NPC, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is BS." All this because you're an NPC. That's your job as a prison guard to do what you do and say what you say. That's your job to deny me, deflect, and reroute the truth. That's your job. I can't be mad at what your job is. You know what I mean? I'm here to speak the truth and let y'all know what it is. And and I tell people like I feel something in me and it feels like my soul wanna burst out. Like my soul is too big for my little body. So that's what made me see that with my so-called auntie cousin, whatever I want. She like I said, my auntie. She like my auntie. That's why I could say, okay, now I understand. Like she could have that within her because the way I feel like my spirit man is 8 feet tall, and I'm like 5'6". I used to tell my homie back in the day, like man, it feel like my soul wanna explode. Like my body can't contain it. So that made me think when I saw her and having that Nephilim demon or whatever spirit was within her moving her around, and then she had that look on her face like, and I see that on like, oh, and another little story one time when one of my homies, I seen the spirit like that on him. I had just got me a little car. This is right before I separated from my homies and my family or whatever and got on this journey alone where I went to pick him up. I just got a little nice little car, whatever. He was the first person I picked up, you know, and I'm rolling. He in the passenger seat. I thought he was rolling up weed or whatever. And I'm driving. I looked in the passenger seat. I swear he would looked at like he was in the seat, like he looking at me, and he was like, it was. I swear this is how he was like contorted in the seat, like. And I looked over and I was just like, I almost up the pole on him right then and there. And I told him, you ever look like that in my car, boy? You already, man. I told him, yeah, like, bro, I, it was, he looked like a little creature in the seat. Like, he was just like, I wish, I seen it. I seen it. Like, it was just mind blowing. I almost wrecked, like, the, like, oh. So I'm just saying this stuff to let you know this stuff is real. People are walking around with demonic spirit, demon spirit, Nephilim spirits. I mean, some ugly shit within them. Some shit where, like, the Most High said man's heart will fail. Like, when you see these things, and in the day where these things, they trying to open all these different portals and CERN and all this, these things will be walking the streets one day, and one day soon. Because they want to beat the Most High. They want to bring that realm here where these things don't need bodies. They can roam the street freely. But they within these people, you know. And this is the last little story I'm gonna speak on too. The last girl I had to escape. And I mean, I had to escape this relationship, like run for the hills, and that's why I transitioned to where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna be alone for a while, a long time. Probably, yeah, I'll be celibate. But this one girl, she was possessed or something, and she used to do all kind of stuff and look all kind of ways. I mean, the girl will be banging her head against the wall. She'd be doing the exorcist where she walking like this, like I didn't see crazy stuff within the last 20 years when I'm saying I didn't separated and I'm just out in this world. I mean, and then she told me too, she said, I can't, she said, I can't control it or something. She said, like, please forgive me because I'm not in control. She said, like, I can't, like, and some of these people, I really feel sorry for them because they don't know. They don't know what they're doing. They allow these, they haven't, like, once you harden your heart, you open for anything. Like, your heart is a portal. Women wounds are portals. You know, so when you just use that and let anybody just use you, and you open your heart for different kind of spirits. You know what I mean? And a lot of people harden their hearts. A lot of these people is NPCs. A lot of these people are prison guards. A lot of these people are soulless bots, not of God, not of the one Almighty Creator, Divine Creator. They are not of Him. They are not of this world. So yeah, it's a pretty long video. So I just want to get back on here and just start ranting and talking, get back on my YouTube thing. So yeah, this is where I'm at with it. I just want you to be safe. If you chose to stay reading your Bible, stay prayed up, stay fasting. You know what I mean? Keep showing love because the heart is what they try to get you at. So yeah, that's my take. That's my rant. You know what I mean? This world is a prison, and most of these people are prison guards. You know, watch out for them demonic spirits out there, and don't let nobody destroy your character. Speak up and expose them. 2026, let's expose them all. How about that? It's Mr. Willis. You're on the couch with Mr. Willis, then you just been woken with Mr. Willis.